Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bellrock's View. First of all, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and thank you so much for supporting me on YouTube. If you want to get more in-detail analysis about the stock market and also my top 3 picks for the week, just subscribe to my watch list sylviabellrock.com. I am sending that on a weekly basis and I'm including their fundamental and technical analysis. Now let's take a look at SPY. As we discussed already last week, we've been here in a consolidation cycle, and also last week we tried to break out this 318 and 64 level, but we couldn't remain above, so we are still consolidating here. It was not a significant breakout where you see a lot of buying on the upside. It's just still consolidating right here and nothing has changed compared to the last week. As I discussed, it is very important to understand those market cycles because those are the cycles which especially beginners are getting chopped out and stopped out a lot because of that sideways market behavior right here. As for now, we are still holding the 9, the 20 and the 50 EMA, and we are also still holding, of course, the 200 EMA, which means to me that we are still bullish, we are still uptrending right here. Of course, we don't see a lot of volatility compared to the previous days or months where we saw a lot of big candles like right here or even here where we saw a lot of push on the upside. So right now we are seeing a little bit of exhaustion with the upside potential, and we are just consolidating right here, which means for us, of course, we have to stay and remain patient and to wait for the best opportunities and best setups out there. If you don't see, guys, best setups or good setups with great risk reward, just don't trade because that would cost you on the long run a lot of money and you would start giving back your profits, and of course you don't want to do that. So the next levels right here are the 223 and 70 area. This is also here a resistance level and previous breakdown, as we can see here, so very important level. If we break that level and stay above that, the next resistance would be the all-time high, which is the $339. So as for SPY, like I said, we are still consolidating right here, still very sideways, but on the upside with upside potential. I am not sizing into any stock big right now because, like I said, the risk reward is not that great compared to a couple of months ago, which means I am just staying patient and waiting for best risk reward scenarios. Now let's take a look at the Qs. So the Qs has been still very strong. As we can see here, we made a huge move, and the most of the people, including me, think that it might be over and we're going to see some significant pullback, but right now that is not happening. So we made here a huge move to the upside and a very tiny pullback, and we are right now consolidating here right now about that level, which is the 251 and 58 and the 259 and $84. Those are the levels for now which are holding the Qs, and this is also the 20 moving EMA, exponential moving average, and as long as we hold these levels and of course this level, which is the 237 area, I'm still bullish on the Qs, even though it's very hard right now to make any trades on any stock in the Qs because they are all extremely overbought and it's hard to make a trade at this point, especially a new trade. Of course, if you're in some positions, you can hold your positions or you can just try to scale out, realize some of your profits. But for new positions, it's been very hard and I am just waiting patiently. I haven't traded last week much because I just don't see any opportunity. I don't want to give my profits back. I'm just waiting for the best scenarios and risk reward setups. So I'm staying patient here in the tech sector. And if we continue to go up, the next resistance would be the all-time high, which is the 269 and $79. If we break above, of course, we never know, we can still go higher, but at this point we are extremely overbought. It's very hard to make new trades, and even if I make here some new trade, I would try to lock profits fast. I would not like to wait too long because If we see any pullback, it would be at any time, and all of a sudden it could drop very fast a lot, and then all of your profits would be gone. So that's my thoughts on the Qs, guys. Be careful there. Don't fight, of course, the trend here. I know it looks very tempting. I know it looks like it's going to go down and could break down at any time. But as long as we hold those levels, we are still bullish. There is no reason here for us to fight with that kind of bullish environment right here. Looking at IWM, the situation is not very different to previous week as well. We saw here a little bit of a gap up. We are trying still to break and stay above the 145 and 46 area, which for now it's a struggle for the IWM. As you can see, we broke right here, but we are still in that consolidation mode as well. So compared to the other indexes, of course, the IWM is always been a little bit weaker, but we see here the same pattern. It's just sideways. It's trying to break out very slow, but we don't see any significant move to the up or down side. And if you are trading directional trades, just be careful not to get stopped out or make any fast decisions based on only one candle, for example. So if we break and stay, especially if we stay above that level, the next resistance would be the 154 and 24 area. And if we break that one, the next would be the all-time high, which is the 169 and 40 area. So for this one, I'm also bullish. It is still uptrending. It's trying here very hard to hold above those exponential moving averages. It is sideways. I'm not trading any stocks of that index, so I'm just watching that. My main stocks are in the tech sector, which I'm trading. I'm trading a lot the tech sector, as some of you know. And like I said, guys, if you want to see my watch list and especially the stocks which I'm watching, I am sharing that every week with you. You can subscribe to my website, sylviabellrock.com, and I am sharing that for free every week. So going into next week, guys, of course, it's important to see what stocks are releasing earnings because that might have an impact on the market. And there are some important stocks which would release earnings, so take a look at that and always be prepared. Like for example, on Monday IBM is releasing earnings, and on Tuesday we see Coca-Cola, Snapchat, of course some airlines like United. This is very important because especially if you are trading those airlines, I think through all that corona we would see some downside, and it is important for you to be aware of that. And if you are in any stock like that, just make sure you lock your profits or some of your profits. Don't overstay into those stocks, because you never know how would be the reaction, how would be the earnings. You would see probably a huge gap down or gap up, and this might affect, of course, your P&L on that particular stock. Now on Wednesday, very important is Tesla. Tesla has been going up a lot in the past week, so a lot of people made money or lost their accounts with that stock. So I am very excited how would be the earnings and how would the stock impact the market. Microsoft is also releasing earnings, and some other banks. On Thursday we see also here Southwest, which is also an airline, Twitter, which is also very important. And just for you guys as an overview, make sure you know what stocks are releasing earnings. Make sure you are not into that stock if you are trading that, or not opening positions right before earnings, of course, and stay safe. So I hope that helped you a little bit more, guys. As an overview for next week, like I said, we had a lot of sideways. Price action is very hard, especially for directional trades right now, which means we have to remain patient and wait for the best risk-reward setups and not jump in the most stocks out there. Stay safe, stay patient, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for subscribing, and thanks for watching.